Hey plant friends, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. My name is Annalise and this is my channel where we get planty with it. So today I want to do a more casual type video. I've been kind of enjoying those recently and just give you some exciting growth updates that have been happening this month in October. I'm super excited about how well all my plants are doing. I was worried that as soon as it got a little bit cold outside, all the growth would slow down, but actually a ton of my plants are shooting out new growth, which is so exciting. So I'm just gonna kind of take you guys around and show you the exciting stuff that's happening, and hopefully you enjoy. So starting with my first IKEA greenhouse cabinet, it looks kind of a mess right now. I just haven't been super on top of keeping it, super organized and clean inside. But this is obviously my Anthurium Pappy, looking beautiful. That's the newest leaf. But it's actually putting out another new leaf right in there. I'm super excited to see how big that leaf gets because this was the second to last leaf and then this was the newest leaf, and you can see how big of a size jump that is. So I'm interested to see what does the new leaf look like, how big is it going to be. Another exciting update from in here is my Jose Buono. My philodendron Jose Buono, here she is. So I just actually moved her to water. I want her to develop some water roots so I can put her in leca because that's the medium I'm most comfortable with. But look at this new leaf. You can tell it's gonna be like beautifully variegated. I can't wait for it to come out. What's crazy is this new white leaf right here just came out a few weeks ago. So I'm super impressed with how fast she's growing, especially for a variegated plant that's like crazy fast. Ellie, you liking my growth updates? Thank you. Watch out. Small unrelated update, speaking of my baby here. As some of you may know, I mentioned it when I first introduced her. She was in a car accident before she was rescued, and so she has this really bad leg that she doesn't put weight on, as you can see. And tomorrow, actually, my big girl is having her amputation surgery, which we're really nervous about, but she's gonna do so great. So yeah, wish her luck. Right, Allie? You're gonna do good? Yeah. Okay, back to planty stuff. Here is my philodendron Dark Lord. It took a little growth pause for a bit and it's finally back at it. I love the color these new leaves come out. Like, it's the prettiest deep dark pink color. It's so hard to explain. And then they kind of turn into this bronzy color and eventually can go to like a green. But the back of the leaf always stays this beautiful maroon. Like, how stunning is that? And the stems and petioles are also this like deep pink color. This is one of my favorite philodendrons for sure. I'm obsessed with it. My Mexicanum right here is actually also putting out another leaf. This one is looking a bit smaller than the last one, but that's okay. I'm just happy that she's growing and doing well, and it's just so cute. They come out so bright green and the backs are like kind of light pinky, super pretty. Now this guy, this is my philodendron Ploumannii that lives in my window in this long box that has leca in it. It will not stop putting out new growth. This leaf here, which is its biggest leaf yet, as you can see, this just finished coming out like a week ago. It finally like finished hardening off, and already look at this new growth. Like, it's gonna be big. It's already so far out. I cannot believe just how fast this guy's been growing. And as you can see, it's crawling along the pot here, and it is really rooting down into there. I've checked under the leca and it is shooting roots all the way to the bottom. And it's really gonna reach the end soon. Like, it's already gone that far and there's only that much left. So I might have to chop it. I don't think I'm gonna really be able to find a container that's longer than this to transplant it to. So it's probably gonna have to get chopped soon, which is sad, but I'm just happy it's been doing so well. So next update, I just talked about this guy in my September favorites, but it just finished unfurling another leaf. Look how stunning that one is. That was the first one that came out that I think I've already shown you guys. And then this is the newest leaf on my, oh, I forgot to say what it was. My philodendron Pink Princess. It's been doing so well. I'm so happy with it. So that was a very exciting new growth. So now I'm in the plant room and there's quite a few exciting updates in here. First, instantly, look at this new leaf on this Alocasia Silver Dragon. I don't know if like the camera is doing it justice with how big this leaf is, but it is so massive. I mean, that's my hand. It's literally the size of my hand. So very excited for that one to finish coming out. My Black Velvet just put out these two new leaves at once. This one here and this guy back here. I love the Black Velvet. I feel like it's an Alocasia that's not hyped up enough, but it's just so stunning. And look at the back of the leaf. It's like purple with green. Moving along, my Philodendron gloriosum just put out this beauty. I love how light pink the veining is when they first come out. Over time, you can see they just turn kind of white veining, but it starts out beautifully pink. So that's exciting. It's not even hardened off yet, so I hope it gets a little bit bigger, but I'm just happy it's doing so well here. It's definitely outgrowing this shelf, as you can see though. It's like really close to the top, so I'm gonna have to figure out another solution for that pretty soon. My Philodendron Billietiae just put out this big boy. I think this is the biggest leaf it has yet, which is like, well, that's my hand height, and so you can see it is pretty long. And it's looking super, super gorgeous. I love these leaves. I love these loams. Like, I think they're such a cool shape and so beautiful. Another super exciting one in here is my Philodendron El Chaco Red baby. Let me open her up. And she's unfurling this new baby leaf, which I'm really impressed about actually, because she's still kind of getting rooted up. You can see the roots are coming out of the top and everything, but she's rooting up and putting out a new leaf at the same time, which is kind of crazy. So I'm just happy she's doing so well. I'm gonna leave her in the cloche for a few more leaves, and then I'll maybe just let her be in the room. It's decent humidity in here, 61% right now, and we don't even have any humidifiers on at the moment, so it can go up even higher when we do. Another one I'm so stoked about, oh my goodness, is my Monstera albo. So it just put out this new leaf. You can tell by how shiny it is that it's not hardened off yet at all, but I'm just obsessed. The variegation on this Monstera is just insane to me. It's so stunning. This was the last leaf that it put out. Those little inner fenestrations. But this one doesn't have inner fenestrations, but I'm still obsessed with it. It's growing still, so I can't wait to see how big it gets. And it just shows me this guy's been super happy. Do you guys want a little root corn? Look at that chunky boy. That is such a fuzzy root, so chunky, and it's super well rooted in here. I probably have to add more water to it soon, but it's been loving the Leca life and just absolutely thriving. This one's another one that's gonna outgrow this area soon. I think with this next leaf, I'm gonna have to move it because it's pretty close to the top of the shelf and I don't want the leaves to get burned or anything. I also showed this guy in my September faves, my Albo Syngonium. It's just shooting out more and more growth every day, and it's getting like really too big. This is on our super high shelf, which is actually 2 shelves with the glass missing in the middle. Well, there's the glass you can see. And it's still about to reach the top, so I'm gonna have to chop this guy up again, which I'm kind of sad about. I'd love for it to grow really tall, but I just don't have a place to put it where it would get adequate lighting. Okay, up here, this one's a little hard to get because it's so high up, but my Philodendron Florida Ghost is finally doing something. It did not do anything for literal months. You can see the leaf back there is actually yellowing and looks like it's gonna fall off, but that is, hold on, let me move this cactus. Okay, the leaf back there is yellowing. It looks like it's about to fall off, but that is the lowest leaf, so I'm not super upset about it. And then here is the newest leaf. It's looking way more ghosty than the last one that came out. The last one that came out was just a light green, but that one's looking way more white. So I can't wait to see it unfurl. Definitely give me a follow on Instagram if you want to see updates on this guy the further it gets along. So next up here is my Monstera Thai Constellation. I'm so obsessed with this plant. I just recently moved it into the plant room for my greenhouse cabinet because it was growing so quickly and got so tall that it actually got too close to the grow light, and you can see there's a little bit of burning there, which is sad. And it's just a little bit light bleached. It might be hard to tell on camera, but the leaf kind of has some yellowing on it, which is like from too much light. So I moved it here into the plant room. It's under this grow light, but it has a lot of space to grow, as you can see. This bottom leaf here is yellowing, and it looks like, I mean, it's still pretty firmly on here. It's not like dying off, but I'm guessing it's letting go of this leaf. I've checked the roots and everything. I don't think anything's going on with it. I think it's just letting go of its lowest leaf, which is fine, especially because it's putting out this stunning new leaf here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but if you see this little divot here, that's a fenestration, which means this is going to be the first fenestrated leaf on my Monstera Thai Constellation. I cannot believe it. I'm so excited. And it looks like it's going to have a really nice variegation, maybe some sectoral variegation I'm seeing here. So I'll definitely post an update on Instagram once that guy comes out. Next up is a plant you guys know I love, which is my variegated Alocasia odora. Look how stunning these leaves are. Like, the variegation on these is just insane. I'm obsessed with it, and it's been doing really well. It dropped a few of its lower, smaller leaves recently, and I thought it was going dormant, but apparently it was not. It was just letting go of some of the baby leaves, and it's putting out a new growth right here. I did, as I was filming this, just notice spider mites. This plant gets spider mites so often. The main downside of it, I'm sure you guys can see them, those little dots. Right, there's one, there's some like kind of webbing right there. So I'm gonna have to treat this. Let me move it actually right now. I'm gonna have to treat that guy. Oh, I hope all these don't have spider mites. I'm probably gonna treat this plant anyway and treat my Thai constellation just to make sure that nothing kind of transferred around. Back here is my Melanochrysum. Here is the newest leaf. I'm very excited about this guy because as you can see, there's an empty node in between this leaf and that leaf. This leaf here came out super crumpled and ripped up and never fully unfurled, so I took it off because it wasn't gonna do anything. And I was nervous that this plant was struggling in some way, but it then put out this guy. And as you can see, it's brand new. The color is this kind of ambery brown color. Eventually when it hardens off, it becomes dark green. So I'm super excited that this plant's doing well. Okay, so that's it for my growth updates. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing what plants are doing really well right now. I love checking new growth every single morning. It's part of my morning routine. I go around and see how all of my plants are doing, check on new leaves, take photos of them, and just enjoy all of the new exciting growth. Definitely leave a comment down below of which of your plants are growing right now and thriving and that you're loving. And otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.